Hi guys, that's kind of gonna be the first video I put on YouTube, first sensible video at least. And as you might have seen from the thumbnail, it is going to be about F1, F1 student visa experience to the US. So I got into Purdue University, West Lafayette, for computer information technology. So my consulate experience or the visa interview was on 2nd July, and my OFC or the fingerprinting was on 9th June, I guess, right? So I got these slots very quick. I just went online and I got, as soon as I signed up, I got the slots. I was lucky that way. The fingerprinting experience was pretty straightforward. You just go in. They ask you for your DS-160. They ask you for your appointment confirmation, and that's it. You just go and then you give your fingerprints and you're done. You're pretty much done. And both of these experiences were in Hyderabad. So for the visa consulate, be ready to stand. I mean, everyone, you prepare for all the visa interview questions, but also be prepared to stand, wear something comfortable. I wore formal shoes and my legs hurt a lot. My time slot was at 10:30 a.m. and I reached there around 9:30. And when I reached there at 9:30, the time slot they were accepting was 10 o'clock, I guess, right? So I waited for a half an hour and I went in. There's a huge line, firstly, where they check your appointment confirmation and all that. And then they let you in, they make you sit down, and then there's a security check. There's a huge upslope in Hyderabad Consulate, at least. So, all in all, you got to stand for around 2.5 hours, depending on your time slot. And then you get inside the embassy, right? Where you have a lot of counters. And I got counter 32, and I had this Indian looking woman. She was obviously a US citizen, and it was pretty straightforward. What I noticed was everybody, they were asking the same set of questions. As soon as you go in, it's obvious you feel nervous. It's obvious you see people getting rejected in front of you, and you feel a little nervous, but it just ends when you start speaking. At least that's what happened to me. So you go in, they ask you for your I-20 and passport. You pass it in, and once you do that, they be like, for me, they asked, what do my parents do? I explained what my parents do. Then they asked me what all universities have I applied for. I explained that I applied to 7 different universities and I got into 5 of them. And then she stopped me right there. She was like, okay, just tell me the top 3 or 4 universities which you think are the best, right? So I told her, obviously I got into Purdue University, I got into University of Maryland College Park, I got into Boston University. And she was like, okay, why didn't you get into University of Maryland, which was my second choice? So I told her about the fees, I told her about the course, and I was about to tell that I have relatives, and she just stopped me midway. She was like pretty convinced. She asked me to put my left 4 fingers on the scanner. I scanned this thing, and then she asked me, what would you do if I reject your visa? I don't know why that happened, because it's usually that once you put your fingers, either passed or failed, right? So she asked me to put my fingers in, and then she was like, what would you do if I reject your visa? So I was like, I was pretty shocked. I told her that would make me really sad, and secondly, not to mention, I would lose out on a lot of money, especially with the arrangements that I have made at Purdue University and the entire visa experience all in all, right? But I also told I would respect your decision, and then the next time I come here, I hope I see you here. I was feeling pretty ballsy then. I just told the first thing that came into my mind. She smiled a little, and then she was like, okay, then your visa is approved, you may go, right? And I was like, okay, fine. That was supposed to go smoothly. I don't know why this happened, but yeah, anyway, that was my experience. I would be collecting my passport from the OFC from Hyderabad. I will probably see if I can make another video about it. But yeah, this has been my experience all in all for the interview. Few questions I heard was there was this data scientist dude on my left side. This woman was asking this dude, what is the difference between a list and a tuple. She was asking him a lot of technical questions. She was asking, what do you use Python for? And if not Python, what other programming language would he have used for sorting data, right? And he did not seem confident in what he answered. I mean, he went on and said C++, and which was pretty dumb. Data scientists, they use R or something like that, if not for Python. So he said C++, and she asked him a few more questions, but I was more focused on mine. But at the end of the day, he got rejected. So know your stuff before you answer. This would be a tip. And whatever you do, just answer with confidence. If you speak with confidence, if you think you know it and it is actually the right answer, just say it with the most confidence and style, and keep your answers crisp, right? Then they won't have another option to counter you on the answer which you give. So once you do that, they just stop asking questions. Also, yes, I did have a B1 B2 visa. I think that helped me. But just in case you don't have a B1 B2, that I don't think that will make a big difference, as long as you are a legit student. That's what they look for. And if you're answering confidently, doesn't matter if you have a low ranked university, you will still get your visa. It'll be like a maximum 1 minute interview and you just get through with it. All right, I'll see you guys. Bye bye.